am Miss Tanya, your holistic hair and scalp restoration practitioner of Denver, Colorado, coming on live. It's Sunday morning. I need y'all to get in here because we got a lot to talk about this morning. I'm definitely going to go over scalp care, the holistic approach, of course, and I'm definitely going to go over the benefits and the also the results of not doing so. So again, get in here, make sure you get you some water. You know, Miss Tanya is all about proper hydration, which has completely changed my life. So before I jump in, make sure you like the live. Definitely comment. You know, I'll get to them eventually. And remember, no disrespectful, disruptive, or rude comments are allowed here on my channel. And if I catch you doing it, you're gonna be removed. So again, get your water, get on in here, and let's get some paper and pencil for today because we're talking scalp care today. Now, let me just start out by telling y'all my history of how I was introduced to this. So what we're going to do first is I just need to do my little morning routine. Y'all know I hydrate my face. I do not use soap and tap water. And guess what? I'm a licensed esthetician, and I would never put tap water, soap, especially toner, which is alcohol. I did not know that. They always come in with these different words to confuse us, which is half the problem and the reason why we're struggling. So I decided to get on here and expose what I do for my morning routine because my water removes your spit, it removes your duck butter. Do y'all know that's what that liquid is called? Why did they call it duck butter? Where'd that come from? But anyway, my water does not leave my face feeling tight. That's what to soap and tap water. I don't care what kind of tap water it is, what city you live in. When that stuff dries, our face feels tight. And I guess I'm woman enough to admit it because everybody else I think is running around here acting like you like how your face feels after you use tap water and soap. And I'm not gonna lie, I just think maybe y'all didn't know nothing about the all new tested and approved hydration treatment for your hair, skin, and your nails. Hi, Natty! My love. Good morning, Jack. Get on in here because this has to do with men too. My holistic approaches are not just for women. They're for children, they're for our elders, they're for our babies, they're for, you know what I'm saying, they're for men as well. So I start in the mornings with using my water beauty solution. And you should say, well, Tanya, what do you do when you take a bath? Oh, that nasty tap water is only touching my neck and down. I don't even do sit down baths anymore because I now realize that that was half the reason my coochie pH was always high was because I was sitting in a bunch of chemical water all the time. So I had to do a lot of research, everyone. And one of the areas that beauty school did not think about going over with me was the tap water. And listen, the tap water is the first product that any area of my license has to start with first. When you go get your nails done, you got to start by soaking your nails in some tap water, right? Then the second, when you go get a pedicure, the first thing you do is you got to soak your feet in some tap water, right? First thing you do when you go get your hair done, you got to soak it in some tap water, right? And the first thing you do with a facial, I mean, they're not spraying the tap water on you, but they done wet all the rags, ew, with tap water, and you would never put tap water on my face. So, and once y'all do the research, you'll agree with me. The only people that would argue with me and be like, there's nothing in tap water are the ones that haven't done the research. Once you do the research, you're going to stop fooling with it too, because I didn't know all that crap was in the tap water. All right, so anyway, thanks, Tank. And y'all have to excuse me, the allergies, the weather is crazy. So I'm about to go get me a neti pot so I can do me a nasal cleanse today because I don't like feeling like this. But I'm true to this, not new to this. So I wanted to make sure that I jumped on here because as you all know, I'm trying to create consistency of letting you all know that I'm on here every Sunday, right? So let's jump right in. But first, I just want to put on some eyeliner. Ladies that wear eyeliner, there might even be some men out there that wear eyeliner as well. Let me give you a little holistic hack. First and foremost, you're not getting that eyeliner off because you're having to use tap water. Tap water don't get it off. And soap's gonna make your eyes burn. So all I do to get my eyeliner residue off is I spray my paper towel down. I don't use towel rags. I don't use, what else do I don't use like sponges and none of that stuff. And all I do is rub under my eyelid, and with one wipe, it removes the eyeliner residue off. I didn't know, like a lot of women are struggling with dark eyes under there and they don't know why. And it's crazy because the only individuals that really struggle with that are those that wear eyeliner. And tap water and soap does not really get that. Was that just snot that just ran down my lip? That's some old human stuff. Huh? I think it was water that I put up there. But at any rate, my water beauty solution helps to get all of that. My spit, my slobber, your boogers, your duck butter, even earwax. Look, I soak down my Q-tips as well with my water. My water is a soft water, so it makes the cotton super soft. Ooh, cleaning my ears feels so good. I've learned to go up because of the shape of our ear canal, and then go down. You know, my ears don't be that dirty. I know some people got some dirty ears. But at any rate, I came on to talk about what we should be doing with our hair and our scalps. And I understand that beauty school just did not have time to go into a lot of areas that now I realize they should have went into with us. And one of which is they should have talked about the tap water with us. That was a little unfair to not really go into the what's called primary tool or primary product that we all use in my industry. That's like putting a carpenter through school and you ain't introduced the carpenter to a hammer. You just took them straight into electrical tools. So I realized that that's what beauty school kind of did to us. They gave us a license and didn't even talk to us about the ingredients in the products that we use. They just gave us the products that we use. They didn't explain to us the differences within. They didn't explain to us the differences between a volumizing shampoo and a moisture shampoo or a color safe shampoo. They just tell you how to use them, but they didn't teach us about them. And now I see, oh, look how different that looks when you put on eyeliner versus when you don't have on eyeliner. And you know what, ladies? Somebody had to check me and tell me this, that it only takes a minute or two to put on a little bit of, you don't have to do eyeliner, but some mascara and some something on your lips. It's called to polish yourself. Look at how much different my eyes look now that I've put eyeliner on. I don't have time to put a whole face on my face every morning. But I have learned that eyeliner makes my eyes look a little better. And if I line my lips like this, I got this from my stepmama. Her name's Connie. Shout out to Connie because she was the only woman that lined her lips like this with a pencil. Stays on much longer than any lipstick. Lipstick comes off so fast. So at any rate, another thing, beauty school. So we all realize, right, that we take tests on a mannequin. Did y'all know that? That everybody that gets this license takes their test on a dummy. And then what? We thought that that was all going to work on black hair. Now, it might work on white hair, but I realized that the conditioner and the moisture shampoo approach, that's for maybe a mannequin or weave. But I realized that that's not making black hair healthy. And in fact, it's causing black hair to be extremely unmanageable. So you guys are watching me because scratch my scalp because I seen some buildup earlier. And so I was going to also go into how I came about this scalp care because beauty school did not say nothing to me about doing the scalp. They taught us to skip it and go directly to the bowl and start with the hair. And when I asked, well, why did they do that to us? And they said, well, Tanya, because beauty school is only the bare basics. That's just like K through 12. You feel me? A GED, that stands for General Educational Diploma. that means that you ain't all that smart. You just got the bare basic general stuff, right? You're supposed to continue your education and you're supposed to go to college, right? But there's some people that got out of 12th grade like me, and I thought I knew it all. So I'm not going to college like I'm already smart. You know what I'm saying? I got a GED or even a diploma. They're both the same. I didn't know that a high school diploma, no, I can't say that. A high school diploma, I think, is a GED. It's just that I thought GED was for the people like me that didn't get it on time. So, at any rate, you're supposed to continue your education, everybody. You're not supposed to still be doing subtraction and addition problems in your adult life like you was doing in the first grade, right? You're supposed to get out of your fundamental education and you're supposed to evolve, right? You're supposed to change things, right? You're supposed to do research, right? Or are you supposed to stay stuck? And I'm going to say that again because there's so many stylists that are stuck. And if anybody got a problem with it, I can help you change it. That's why I talk the way I talk, because I have created the holistic approach that not only is changing my life and changed the game for me, but I did it for my daughter. And my daughter ain't even been to beauty school. I trained her and she's able to earn. Clients was booking with her, paying her $185, taught her how to trim, taught her how to use the my water and given hydration treatment instead of a moisturization treatment, taught her how to work that flat iron. We use titanium plates and trained her. And she earned that money. Then I decided to do it for somebody else because God said, well, Tanya, Deja's your daughter. She's going to do whatever you tell her to do, and she's going to do it well because that's just how my daughter gets down. So I said, okay, let me go find somebody in the industry. And I said, let me see if I can change their mindset and let me see if I can't level them up. So I did. I did. I searched specifically for somebody, and it happened to be one of my students that I taught when I was an educator for Empire Beauty Schools. That part, my credentials are strong. I can't find a stylist that took the time out of her life to go back to be an educator to get the whole curriculum. Because as a student, you didn't get it all, baby. You don't get it all, baby, till you go back and you take the time out, like I took the time out to go and get you a job and become an educator. They force you to learn the whole book. 6 weeks I put in 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, before I even saw a student. You have to go to what's called a training campus and you have to pass your 6 certifications because they want all their educators educating the same exact way. So it was then when I realized, uh-oh, wait a minute. Ain't the word trim ain't even in the cosmetology book? Uh-oh. And trimming ain't taught in beauty school? Uh-oh, that's a problem. That shook me in training because I thought that I was just the only one that was like going to beauty school on a hangover every morning because we used to sleep. Our educators used to let us straight take a nap, and she was giving us the answers to the questions on test day because she was letting us sleep. So I thought it was just me that didn't get the education that I thought I should have gotten when I got out of cosmetology school. And let's be clear, we take a test on one quadrant of a head. Do y'all know that? That we don't even have to do the whole head when we're taking the test? That's a problem. No wonder we struggle once we get out into the world. And then when you go take the written test, it ain't like you had to write in the answer, so you had to really come with the knowledge. It was a multiple choice test, y'all. So if you smart and you pick right like I did, you're gonna pass. But you only have a license to hold the basic education. And then I see stylists of 20 years and you still using moisture shampoos and conditioner. And you ain't using a Marcel iron. You haven't started giving your clients hydration treatments. You still on moisturization treatments like they taught you to do on the mannequins. Come on, y'all. But guess what? I got it together now. I got my training proposal together. I just had a stylist. She's from Africa. You know, them girls is different. Them African girls, they will hang upside down from a stop sign to get some extra money. American women are a little different. They be like, what? I ain't doing that. I ain't about to be investing into myself. I ain't about to be educating myself. I ain't about to be learning no new skills. I'm good. I'm going to just keep doing what beauty school taught me to do because these one clients is still booking with me. I don't need to make no more money. I don't need to level up. We got to change our mindsets, y'all. And I'm here to do it. Because you know what? Somebody told me this yesterday. She said, Tanya, you think too big. I was like, what'd you say? She said, you think too big. You thinking way bigger than Denver. And that makes sense because I've always felt this pushback from people here in Denver. Like I've had stylists literally look me in my face and tell me that I do too much because I also offer scalp care. They telling me that I got my clients spoiled because I do 5 back to back and I'm never late. You feel me? Like they talking to me like I'm supposed to start my clients late. I'm supposed to overlap and double book clients and have clients all up in their own space at the same time. I don't rock like that. I know beauty school taught me to do that. Y'all know beauty school teaches you to double book. There's actually a section in the cosmetology book that teaches you how to walk away and disrespect the client that's in the chair. How dare you walk away from me while I'm in the chair to address a walk-in? That is so disrespectful, I can't see straight. So, see, I teach us holistic business strategies. It ain't nothing like the traditional way. The traditional way is going to have us struggling. And you know why? Because the clients have changed, y'all. We're not servicing the same type of mindsets that we were servicing back in the 80s and the 90s. Women have changed. Women ain't stupid. It used to be a time where a client didn't know nothing about her hair, so you could tell her to use boo boo mixed with charcoal and she would do it. Nowadays, clients ain't stupid. They ain't gonna say nothing to you when they're in your face, but you tell them if they're telling you they have hair loss and you come back and tell them they need a protein treatment, you lost that client right there. Some people wonder why she didn't book. You told her she needed a protein treatment. A product does not fix hair loss. Scalp detoxing fixes hair loss and it generates growth. So I had to do this research for us because it's like, okay, I get it. If I was scared and I was a stylist, I was scared to admit that I was confused and didn't really know where moisture was. Did y'all know that moisture is not in a moisturizer? I didn't know that. I thought because half the word was moisture and they just added the IZER to the end, that there was moisture inside of a moisturizer. And baby, that is not true. But see, in my trainings, I clear all this confusion and help us to do better. Because if you got to know better to do better, if you keep rocking with the same knowledge that you came up out of beauty school with, and then these stylists are sensitive. You you're supposed to be tough. I thought we was the gangsters. You know what I'm saying? I thought we was the hardest industry around because most of us are from the streets. Most of us didn't go to college. Most of us can go get a regular job because we got felons or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But scared, steady scared to admit, Tanya, I don't know the difference between hydration. You know how many people trying to say you can hydrate your skin with oil, with a serum? Only people that rock with that is people that ain't got no damn knowledge. If you got the knowledge, you know damn well there is no hydrogen nowhere in any oil. But you wouldn't know that if you hadn't done the research. So that's what I did it for. Because beauty school, I realized, misled me to believe things that are not true. Beauty school only taught me how to do a mannequin and mannequin hair, damn it. Facts. Listen, I remember even being in beauty school. And when I was in beauty school, I wasn't playing hardly with no mannequins. I was busy because I had a clientele base, you see. I didn't go to beauty school to learn how to do hair. I had already been practicing for 19 years before I decided to go to beauty school. I was a 33-year-old woman in beauty school with a whole bunch of high schoolers, you know. So I think I realized at that point, like, dang, I wasted all that time and money because that's how I felt. Now, I don't know about other people and what you went to beauty school for, but I thought I was going to beauty school, damn it, to learn how to do black hair, period. And then when I got there, the only options they had for black hair was to braid it, lock it, or give it a relaxer. I'm not doing there near 3 of those. So y'all was stuck. Now, I know a lot of women love weave, so y'all did well in beauty school because you learned and did half your hours on that fake hair. Now, if you went to beauty school, you feel me, to learn how to braid, there was a lot of Africans in my class spending a lot of time learning how to add that hair in to what? distract the client from their heads. No, I never got into that either. That's not what I went to beauty school for. I thought I went to beauty school to learn how to retain my length, not cut it off and make it shorter or chemically alter it or color it a different color. No, I don't want to do none of those. I even asked in class one day. I raised my hand, y'all, and I was like, so what do we do if we have a client that don't want her hair cut short, don't want no hair color, and don't want a chemical product or another hairstyle? She don't want it braided. She don't want it twisted. She don't want it locked. She don't want it finger waved, stuck and stiff to her hair. What if she just wants a reset? You know what I'm saying? She just wants to go in and have a shampoo, blow dry, a press, and maybe a curl. That's it. Do you know what they told me? They said, Tanya, you got to talk them into it. A client is going to do whatever you tell them to do. And I think that's why stylists got this attitude that they think they're in control behind the chair. You can be when you're styling. But when you decide to take my training, I'm not going to teach you nothing beauty school taught you. We don't have time to go into hair cutting because I'm going to be teaching you about hair trimming. We don't have time to go into hair coloring because we don't do that. You can't find hair coloring on my booking link. When you go into hair care, that's not the safest option. Hair color is a chemical. We're not going to go into, let's see, we're not going to go into chemical treatments because I don't teach how to use a chemical treatment. I'm going to teach you how to use a hydration treatment that has your clients and your hair soft after it dries. We got to start paying attention to how the hair looks and feels once it's dry. Did y'all know that if you mixed boo-boo and charcoal mixed with a spit of keratin and a splash of protein with some hydroxide in it, it's going to be soft with slippage while it's wet? I've done the research. And I'm like, what is people talking about? Because when that conditioner on our hair dries, we got a whole nother problem on our hands. And let me tell you what it is. You can't comb through it. Ain't no slippage. Soon as you rinse the conditioner out, the slippage is gone. Deuces. Then number two, the hair is brittle. It don't feel right. It felt better dirty. Hell, when I used to do that approach, the beauty school approach, I used to be so confused. Now, again, y'all have to understand, I'm a confident woman. I'm 50 years old, and I'm not afraid to admit when something's confusing or something ain't right. And there's been a gang of things that's been confusing and ain't been right to me in this industry. So I've taken the time to take a technical time out and search for the problems and the whys, and then I've searched for alternative solutions. But let me get back to the origin. Y'all ain't like the live. That's why I stopped. Anytime I pause, just like a teacher, y'all know when a teacher stops educating, you know something's wrong in the classroom, right? I got at least, I done had already over 2,000 people jump in here and out, but I've only had, thank you, 11. Can I get 12? So I can get back to this good that I got for y'all? I need y'all to like the live. So I'll wait. It don't take y'all nothing to just hit the like button. Dang, that's what you're supposed to do when you're watching someone's live, y'all. Come on, 13, 14. I'll just detox my scalp until I feel I have everyone's attention, and then we can continue. Oh, this feels so good. Oh, it's so soothing, especially once you start doing it consistently. This nasal drip time of year. 17. Okay. All right. Well, I'll just keep going because y'all know Miss Tanya bullshit and she like to talk. She gonna keep talking anyway. I was talking about how beauty school only provided us, I don't want to disrespect my license because I do respect it. There's a lot that I did learn in beauty school, but I did not learn how to do black hair. And I started noticing this, that there was a problem. I had bigger problems like, what is this white stuff on the scalp? Why does her ends feel like this? Why is there so much hair coming out in the comb? I already knew. I'm smart enough to know that that stuff is not normal. But when you're a stylist, I think you're afraid to speak up. I think you're afraid to have those uncomfortable conversations with the client, like, hey, client, You got less edges, like you got hair loss, and we've just been accustomed to just not caring, right? To get the money and just do whatever the client and asked us to do. Do you know the number one answer I give my clients nowadays is no? I earn $185 for 2 hours of my time to basically tell clients no, and they love it. It's so backwards, I thought, like beauty school told me and had me feeling like, Tanya, don't ever tell your clients what you're doing and how you're doing it. And I was like, why? And they was like, because they'll never book with you. That's not true, y'all. Women have gotten real lazy and they want you to do everything for them. They want you to tell them when to book. They want you to tell them what to use at home. They want you to tell them how to use it at home. That's not going to run them off from you. That's going to stick them to you because they start to feel that, uh-oh, she cares. I had to do this research too. We out here running around like a baseball player and out in the field with 20 different services on our menu. Do you know how confusing that is to somebody's mental status to get on a menu? Golly, and it ain't even organized. It's just like a toilet paper roll of services. I mean, you got to thumb through some. I be checking some stylists' menus and I'd be like, whoa, that's way too, you're doing too much. And what that does, and I get it, I think we think, well, the more services I have on my menu, the more money I'm going to make. That's not the case. That's why you're struggling now. What that does is it tells the person that visits your menu that you don't know. I won't say you don't know what you're doing. Excuse Miss Tanya. You don't specialize in nothing. You see, Miss Tanya specializes in holistic hair care because I created the brand. You feel me? But you can't book braids with me. You know how hard that hits for women of color to call me and they be trying to call me for some braids? Oh, no, 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 no. I don't do that. And I love telling a client that I don't braid no more. Do you know how many women reach out to me for some extensions, K-tips or tape ins or whatever these little girls be doing that's messing their hair up? I don't do those. I had a young lady just last week reach out to me that used to come to me back in the day. And her question was, how much you gonna charge me? Not how much do you charge. She said, how much you gonna charge me? I need you to do my weave. I don't do that no more, sweetie. You gotta come in here and you gotta join my program because I'm a practitioner now. You see, everybody's so used to me being a stylist, which is why I wear scrubs. I got more respect now than the Lord allows. You feel me? Because I decided to change. And I know that this is a big problem with those that are behind the chair. This is why Miss Tanya has come with virtual training. Ooh, so you don't have to expose yourself. You don't have to go and take time out your already tight schedule to come fly to Denver to take you know what I'm saying, to take my training. So I thought to myself, how can I be more of service to my fellow stylists? And I said to myself, because I do want to help. I got so many stylists reaching out to me saying, Tanya, I do want to learn how to use the Marcel. Tanya, I don't know the difference between a haircut and a hair trim. That's strength right there. That's a flex to be able to admit that I don't know this and I need help. And I'm going to feed anybody. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can get it. You don't even have to be licensed to do what I do. I can help a licensed professional or an unlicensed professional. And it's more unlicensed professionals that are coming forward wanting the training. So my approach includes scalp care. And where I got this scalp care approach from was from my mother. Okay, I think if some of you on here know me, I'm not an African American woman. I am heavily interracially mixed. I had a white grandmama and I had an Indian grandmama. I didn't have no African American parents in my family. So I was raised with different traits, different regimes, you feel me? Different foods, you feel me? Different, different upbringing than most African American women did. And one of the things that I realized that I gained by having this amazing interracially mixed background of mine was my mother's background. She is mixed with Cherokee and Blackfoot. That's a crazy Indian. If you ask me, if any of y'all out there y'all know y'all's real bloodline and you know you an Indian like I am, our moms and them was trippy. So anyway, my mother had this thing Just like with rinsing the dishes off before you put them in the dishwasher. I thought that was stupid because in my head, why we gotta rinse them off if we're putting them in the dishwasher? Ain't the dishwasher gonna wash them? Mom's whole attitude was no. It ain't gonna get everything off. It only gets, like minimal dirt off your dishes. And that didn't make sense to me, but now I realize how educated my mom really was. So she had this same analogy, y'all, about our heads. I'd get whooped if I got caught washing my hair without scratching my scalp first. They called that lazy, my parents did, and my grandmother and them back in the day. You trying to be lazy by just washing without getting your dandruff lifted first. So this was what's called a part of my culture. We did this for years. And again, they called it dandruff. I now realize because ours dries easily, and it comes off. I now know the difference between dandruff, psoriasis, and dermatitis, especially seborrheic dermatitis. But she didn't go into the full knowledge. She didn't break it down to me like she broke them dishes down to me. She should have said, Tanya. Well, she did. She did. I'm lying. Because one day I grew an extra ball, because I've always thought that I had a pair of balls. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I got some courage to question my mother. And it was like, Mom, why we got to do this to our scalps before we shampoo our hair? And I think I ducked when I said it because she used to pop me for asking why. My mom was so mean and controlling. She'd tell me that a child ain't supposed to question an adult. How in the hell are we supposed to learn, Mom, if you stopping me from questioning adults? So see, that's how my mom tried to cap me. That's crazy. My own mother didn't want me to grow and excel. She wanted to cap me. Excuse me. All right, so let me move on. Let me drink. She said, Tanya, if you don't lift your dandruff before you wash your hair, only your hair is going to be clean. Your scalp is going to still be dirty once you come out the bowl. I thought Mom was crazy because in my head, as a dumb, uneducated child, I'm like, that's stupid because I'm going to use shampoo. So if shampoo's cleaning my hair, then it's cleaning my scalp. Problem right there. Our skin and our hair is not the same organ, so it does not require the same exact thing to be clean. And shampoo ain't never cleaned the scalp. Because back then, this was back in the 80s, we didn't use no conditioner. Conditioner wasn't even on the market, not here in Denver anyway, to even be bought to be used. Some people wonder why I talk the way I talk about conditioner. I'm 50. I ain't one of these 20, 30, or 40-year-old stylists that was born into all this stuff. I don't use heat protectant. I was never introduced to it, so I never felt I needed it. I was doing hair before it came out, so I never felt that I needed no heat protectant, so I don't use none. Then I remember when they started putting bleach, not just on Hispanics, that was cool, but when I first seen the first person put it on black hair down in Texas, I was like, ooh, they gonna tear that person's hair up. So those are a lot of the things that I'm just trying to expose that bothered me, right? That I decided to find a solution for. So back to what I was saying. The hair and the skin is not the same organ. I tell everybody, you was trained in beauty school how to shampoo a mannequin. There was no humans in theory, period. And anybody that tries to lie and say that they was in beauty school getting their practical hours on a human being, you're lying. You was on that mannequin. You was on a dummy, a fake dummy doing fake hair. So scalp part was a part of my culture. And I realized that the conditioner, I was talking about the conditioner, didn't even surface until 91 here in Denver. So this is why I did get distracted. I'm not going to lie. I used it. I did, but then I started realizing this ain't really doing nothing. Like the hair is jacked up after I give them a deep conditioning treatment under the dryer with a plastic baggie on their hair. It's still hard to comb through. I still got to slither the hair down with oil. It's still smoking in the blowout. So I didn't understand what was the conditioner supposed to do. You feel me? All right. So anyway, the scalp scratching, like I said, was a part of my culture. And I got away from it because the industry was not doing it. And I got distracted and I got what's called manipulated into believing that we didn't need to do it, especially when I got to beauty school. When I realized, dang, they ain't teaching us to scratch no scalp, so I stopped doing it. I wasn't making my clients do it, and I wasn't doing it. And I wondered why my scalp had so much dandruff and buildup on my scalp. I had stopped caring for it. This is also why I started losing my fullness. I did not know that that all comes from a lack of exfoliation to the scalp. More so because our sweat does not evaporate, my people. This is why you take a bath every day. And more so, we know we're not washing our heads every day. So to start washing hair and use fingers, do you use your fingers on your body when you take a bath? No. And when I go over all this with my clients, they always say, Miss Tanya, this makes so much sense. And it's like, I know, because I've done the research. Everything I do and talk makes sense. I purposely only show snippets of what I really do in my practice because it ain't nobody's really business what I do except my clients. However, to get in the shower and just use your hands, don't nobody do that. We all using a rag, some type of an exfoliant, right? Right. So why do we think fingers is enough in the head? What are we doing? You're just slithering it around. And then to think you using your fingernails? That does nothing either because you got all these spaces in between your fingers. You would have to keep them closed, and that's going to hurt. Because I used to have a stylist using her fingernails on my head, and that stuff used to hurt. I never said nothing to her because I think I was scared to, but it didn't feel good. So now I use a brush, kind of like this on my clients' scalps now. And I'm now prepared to train others on how to provide what's called hair care for their clients. I make it very clear, everyone. Beauty school taught you how to do all them hairstyles. My training is your furthering education, and it's time. I don't know about other communities, but I see what's happening here in Denver. I work in a private suite. We got over 30 rooms in our building, and women are leaving left and right. We have 5 empty rooms just on our side alone, and now Miss Kim on the other side is leaving. And it's because Denver clients, our climate is changing here. So the old approach of using a moisture shampoo and conditioner, it ain't hitting the way it was when back in the day. So everyone is wondering, why is my hair so brittle? Why is it so crunchy feeling? Why is so much of it coming out now? I just had a couple white girls join my program, and I didn't even really think that they were struggling the same way. And it makes sense. If you live in the same climate, you're going to have the same problems. And it's hair loss. So this is what I realized that the world needs way more than another hairstyle or another chemical treatment. We need hair care. We need scalp care. We need to learn the difference between a haircut and a hair trim so that when them clients come in and use that word trim, that means they don't want to leave noticeably shorter, y'all. Some stylists need to slow down and just clarify, wait, hold up. What do you mean a trim? Shit. You need to be honest with the client. Girl, you in here talking to a stylist. All I know how to do is remove an inch. All I know how to do is clean it up, remove the holes, and do a blunt cut and chop you shorter. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to teach you the difference. You're going to have 2 services on your menu. You're going to have a holistic haircut and you're going to have a holistic hair trim. The trim's only $10, but that haircut's going to be $40 extra. There's 2 totally different results when you're trimming and when you're hair cutting. You don't even start in the same place when you're hair cutting and when you're hair trimming. You start in the top when you trim. You start back here in the back when you cut. So I get it. I now know why so many stylists are traumatizing clients that are using the word trim, because they haven't been trained clients to do anything else but even it out and make you shorter. Look, I have a situation that happened down in Dallas to 2 individuals that was very, very, very unfortunate, because the individual that this happened to, there's some of us that love our length way more than we love a style. And so when we come in and use that word trim, Stylists should just be like, look, I don't know what you're talking about. Just like if a black woman comes in asking for a perm, we have to clarify that. You mean a relaxer? Because a perm is by use of perm rods, right? Rollers. A relaxer makes your hair straight. A perm makes your hair curly. They ain't the same. They ain't even the same chemical, right? So see, you got to be careful with clients of the world today. So stylists, when you hear that word trim, just tell them you're gonna have to go see Miss Tanya for that, because she's the only one that really knows the difference between the two. I only know how to haircut because that's what my license trained me to do. Back to the scalp care, y'all. So I realized, like, man, there's a lot that we're missing when it comes to those clients that don't want a hairstyle, that want to progress their hair, that want to change it, that don't want to see it shedding, that wants it to stay smooth even when you travel into high humidity climates. Don't want it kinky on the ends. Do you know how many individuals have tangled ends and they really don't understand why? It's because we have no care going on from behind the chair. It's all hairstyling. So I'm coming with the new evolution. I'm going to call it a revolution, sure. Because hair care has always been on the table. It's just that these new booties and these new kids on the block came in and changed the game and started adding heat protectant and protein and serums and, oh my God, keratin and all this extra stuff that was never a part of the game. And we wondered why we're struggling. Edge controls, we never had no edge controls. We never had gel. That stuff didn't come out until these companies started seeing how stupid people are. And they're like, ooh, if we just put the word natural on the bottle, they're going to think that it's safe. Ooh, if we just say it's going to repair, just put that word on the front. They'll think that it's for them and they think it's really going to fix their hair. And it worked, y'all. You don't know how many individuals I work with that actually believe a product is going to fix their hair. It's not. Oh, let me be clear. It'll fix the dirt on your hair, but it's not going to get your buildup off your scalp. You got to lift that off. So I'm about to go over these questions. Oh, and this feels so good. So good. When's the last time y'all did a dry scrub exfoliation of your scalp? Oof. And I get frustrated with this because I can't do the back of my head. I can do the front. I've figured that I can keep this front full, but I have to go see someone else to get the back. You don't know how many of my clients are still trying to convince me and others that I've inspired to do this for. They talk as if they're doing their whole head, and it's like we got to start being honest in life. And it's like I'm doing half my head because I'm doing half of mine because I cannot see the back. The angle is different. I can't scratch in the same manner as I can here in the top. And I'm so grateful to God that I have minimal buildup because I stay using my brush. All right, so this brush here is the safe way to exfoliate your scalp. And now I call it like the toothbrush for your scalp because I now realize that this needs to be done every day because especially like in the summer months, here in Denver, we've been over 95 degrees every day. That automatically makes your eccrine gland excrete way more than it has before. And listen, it's not just sweat that comes through the pore. Your eccrine gland has the sweat, your sebaceous gland has the sebum. So there's sweat mixed with oil that comes through. Some wonder why it stinks. It stinks in your head too. Some clients don't realize that when y'all be going that long without washing your head stinks. And you don't smell it because the odor has accumulated over time. So your nose don't detect it. But other people can smell your head when you have not washed your hair in at least 14 days. That's going to smell pretty bad. So this brush here is what I use and I inspire my clients to use every day at home in between sessions. Because again, I'm taking my clients down a hair care road. Not styling. I make that very clear in my consultations that I'm not a hairstylist and you have booked with a practitioner. And they're all right with that. And I'm like, and it's $185 every session. They're like, I'm cool with that. Because some of my new clients be telling me, y'all, that some of these stylists is out here charging in upwards of $160. just for a chemical treatment, and they ain't doing nothing to the scalp or your ends. They ignored the ends too. So some women are like, Tanya, $185 is actually pretty cheap because I'm getting both with you. I'm getting my scalp cared for and my hair cared for. This is how I'm going to help maximize other people's earnings and triple your clientele base too. Do you know how trendy and popular holistic hair care for black hair is right now? Because so many clients are starting to realize I don't like how this conditioner got my hair feeling. They're like, something's wrong. And it's so funny because when I do my consultations with these women, I tell them, you better hold your britches because I'm about to tell you what your problem is. And when I say conditioner, they get real quiet. Then when I start doing the holistics with them, all women constantly do with me is say, that makes so much sense. And I'm like, I know it does. We just moving too fast in life and we're not even making anything make sense. We're just running around in this field like a baseball player. So I decided to be the change that I couldn't find. I'm proud. I'm proud that I didn't quit. I'm proud that these stylists here in Denver didn't infiltrate my mindset when they was trying to call me uneducated because I came with a water. Now I'm gonna say, are you sure I'm the one that's uneducated? You using a jar, a bucket full of chemicals. Conditioner got more chemicals in the formula than shampoo does. But so many people think that conditioner is doing so much good for you, and it has things in it like propylene glycol, alcohol in the same bottle. God damn, what are they really trying to do to our hair? I hate that I've gotten congested because I don't like that. So they doing that over here on YouTube too. Is that a thing for you to get on and beg people for stuff? Donta, Donta Jackson, I'm holistic, so I got questions before I do anything. Before I take you as a client, we gotta have a conversation because I need to understand why are you in need of diapers and wipes? There's like community things that will give you that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Are you just sitting at home feeling sorry for yourself and expecting other people to help take care of you? Because you got to get out and move. You can't just sit on social media and expect people to just give you their hard-earned money. You have resources in your community that'll help you with that. Sometimes I wonder if the reason is truly the reason, or if you're just trying to get some money in your pocket, because I don't like that at all. I ain't never begged for no money. I don't understand that. And there's a lot of people out here that got that kind of mindset, and it does pinch me because I guess because I'm not like that, right? So it's like, how do you do that? But let me get to these comments. Miss Tanya's taking it from the top. First and foremost, good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. What's up, Tank? Grand Risings, Nubian Queen. Much respect. Thank you. What's up, Misty? Good morning from Houston. People need to drink water with everything in nature in it. What is your point? People need to drink water with everything in nature in it. I'm not. Everything in nature ain't in my water. So, Ralph, you and we ain't nothing alike. And what is your point? You didn't even make sense, Ralph. Tank, people with no choice drink water from the ocean. Tank, what kind of people? You can't drink no ocean water. You're going to be sick as a dog. We all know this. The only people that don't know this, dang, I got all kind of people hitting me. They coming back because they're realizing their hair is not getting longer. Their hair is thinning out. They're not able to keep it manageable. It's a little frizzy. It's kind of brittle. And not everybody likes that. Only certain women are cool with their hair looking and feeling like that. And now I've got a slew of individuals coming on back and my gates are open because I'm telling them like, what happened while you was gone? Like I see what your hair looked like when you left me and now I see what it looks like when you come back. What happened? And they're like, I was with a stylist and she was giving me protein treatments and she wasn't trimming my ends and she wasn't doing nothing to my scalp. Like, oh, yes, that's a great way to result with, to instill hair loss into someone. So. Alrighty. Actually, there's so many comments. Not true. JED is just as much a diploma. GED is just as much a diploma as a high school diploma. I got scholarships to college with my GED when I was 16. Okay, I didn't say nothing. You got sensitive. No name. Because a high school diploma is a GED. It's general high school education. Everyone that graduates gets one. We all went through the same classes. You know what I'm saying? Just like beauty school, it's the bare basics. You're supposed to further your education, baby, like you did, and continue to college. Well, guess what? When individuals get out of beauty school, they're supposed to continue their education too. They're supposed to search for additional training. They're supposed to be thirsty and dehydrated for another class. But instead, too many individuals get out of beauty school and they think they know it all. They think they're ready to manage and get down in the industry. No, you're not, because all you have is that mannequin knowledge and practical skill set. You don't know how to really comb out black hair, which is a process. You know what I'm saying? You really wasn't taught how to press the edges. You really wasn't taught how to trim without making the hair shorter. You feel me? You wasn't taught how to do a hydration treatment. You was only taught how to do a moisturization treatment, which only works well on fake hair. That's the hair. White hair, maybe. If you get out of beauty school and you choose to only do white people, you'll do well with your beauty school knowledge. But if you want to do black hair or you want to do wavy hair and textured hair of the industry, you're going to have to come see me because it's a totally different approach that the client is going to want to experience after they leave you. Listen, everybody looks good in the chair. We got to stop saying that and doing that to people. You can chop somebody's hair completely up. I mean, make it uneven. You can notch it and have the ends looking like that. And then when you curl it, that's why so many people spiral curl, because you're hiding the ends. You notice in my photos, ain't nothing spiral curled hardly. I shows my ends that they're clean because I trim, I don't chop nor cut. So I be talking too much, y'all. Y'all think I talk too much? Tank said a lot of stuff she say is not true. Okay, well correct me, Tank. That's why she don't respond to subscribers. I be talking. And Tank, you don't be on here all the time. Those that know me know I'm gonna get to the comments. Shoot, you don't be on here all the time, Tank. You need to make sure you check in all the time. Oh, Tank. Jesus, he's in his feelings. Tank, you know I love you. And I don't see no question that you asked. Right, right. Everyone is like getting on me about when you got your GED. GED stands for General Educational Diploma. That's what everyone gets when you complete the bare basics of general education. You didn't specialize in nothing. Tank, you didn't go through medical stuff, Tank. You know what I'm saying, Tank? You didn't get half the knowledge you needed, Tank, that you really need in life. You have to continue your education, Tank. Even when you got out the clink, you should have continued your education and went to college when you got out on the streets. You feel me? You feel me? You feel me? You feel me? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Not true. GED is just as much a diploma. You guys are not getting it. Y'all's brains is not open. You keep saying GED, but you're trying to say that it's a diploma. That's what it means. General educational diploma. You get it in high school or wherever. Tank got his in the clink, but it's the general knowledge. You didn't specialize in nothing. You didn't take no calculus in high school. That's when you go to college. That's when you get smart in math. You know what I'm saying? You came out with the bare basics, regardless of what you got, regardless of what you want to call it, no name and Tank. It's the bare educational basics. And it's the same thing taught in all schools, the bare basics. It's just a push to get you along in your life, but you're supposed to continue your education. Now, no name, did you continue your education and get a PhD? But what's not important is Jesus is coming back and he loves us all. Hey, no name. Now you can get me there and pipe me down with that one. Amen. And you can stay here. A lot of stuff she say is not true. Okay, Tank, dang. That's why she not respond to subscribers. Oh, I already read all that. School is a waste of time. It's a daycare. Honestly, I was blessed getting my GED. No name. That's what's up. I got one from two schools. Baby girl, you got so much game. I love it. That's what's up, B. Right. Edward Troll said, are you doing an Amazon gift card giveaway on your live today? No, I'm not. Got my GED in the feds. That's what's up, Tank. You need to build shop in New York. You get much business, and I would be your first consistent client. Oh, that's my Victoria! What's up, Victoria? Shout out to Miss Victoria of New York. Somebody, Victoria, must be kicking up dust, and I ain't even really out there because I just got an order from the Bronx. My water is headed to the Bronx. He ordered a man, Mr. Gibbs, ordered one of my cleansing bundle. So it's like, oh my gosh, a lot of even men are noticing they don't like how the conditioner is making their hair feel nowadays. Thanks, everybody. I know I kind of pissed off Tank and No Name this morning. Yeah, I can do anybody's hair. Sure. Do you have any advice on taking care of 3C type hair? 3C, you mean a level 3 copper type hair? Because that's what 3C means. 4C means a level 4 copper. 4A, that's a level 4 ash. Those are color codes. So I'm not sure why Oprah Winfrey's stylist decided to cause that kind of mass confusion when it comes to describing our hair. Your hair is either straight or textured when it's wet. So either it's bone straight when it's wet or you got a hump. You feel me? You got humps in your hair. That's what describes hair. And then from there, you can discuss length, you can discuss density, and then you can discuss your curl, your kink, your shrinkage ability. But that's it. So I don't like the confusion that started when the millennials flipped. That's when all this bullshit got on the market. That's when edge control dropped. That's when protein dropped. That's when the weave dropped. That's when all these problems surfaced into the industry and wondered why we started struggling. So I don't want us using, I don't want us describing our hair as natural. Our hair is not natural because when you look up the definition of natural, it says that it's nature and it's not man made. So that clearly does not describe our hair. Our hair came out of our mother's coochie. So it's clearly man made. You know what I'm saying? It did not come from nature. And there's chemicals in the tap water and in shampoos. So we surely aren't describing it as being chemical free. So I make us say non-relaxed because there's chemicals in the tap water. So you got chemicals in your hair. There's chemicals in shampoo. So many of my clients never even looked at shampoo as a chemical product, but it is, everybody. And you can tell that we're not slowing down. We're moving way too fast in the world today. And look at my hair. It's finally resting on my shoulder. My stuff was falling out like crazy. And now I'm proud to state that I finally figured it out and I have a much fuller head of hair. My hair thickness has restored. I finally figured out why I was losing my hair so much, had to make a lot of different changes. And so thank you, Miss Victoria, for being you. You're what I call a progressive black woman. Too many black people are happy marking time. Does that hair grow? Yes, it does, Barbara. Women weren't not always this way. Do you specialize in having young men in you? I volunteer. Some of y'all are funny. Stay respectful and positive vibes. All right, Netta, tell us up, Vaughn. I don't want nothing young. Now, I might need a European man, but I'm not rocking with nothing young. Listen, my kids are young. I got a 33-year-old, a 30-year-old, and a 24-year-old. I ain't trying to fool with nobody their age. I need someone older than me. I need an old European man. One that got that money, you know what I'm saying? That's already retired. One of them old men that you don't just want a pretty girl next to him that he can rub on. They don't even be wanting a goose. You get them old enough, they just want a nice pretty girl around them and they'll just I used to have one. They call sugar daddies. I just didn't like him because that one was still horny and he wanted to goose all the time. And that got on my nerves because it hardly would get hard and sometimes it was soft and he still wanted to do it. So it was like, this ain't enough. So I resigned my position. Alrighty, I'm getting to it. I don't see many questions, just comments. That's what's up, that damn Pisces. I love you. If you're a good beautician, you know the difference. That's what's up. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Aubrey. Shout out, Ruby. You're acting like beautician don't know how to clip split ends. A lot of them are into hairstyling and not hair care. The edge control has silicone, takes your hair out. Damn, Pisces, you drop in truth. Did you subscribe? Yeah, because you like mine did. I can't stand that edge control. Nobody can. I think you got to just be 20 years old to love edge control. I think that should say for 20-year-olds because you're moving so fast in your 20s, you're not paying attention to what it's really doing to your hair. You're so busy trying to be pretty or copying other people, right? Because that's where that comes from. You're not noticing the hair loss. And then I tell everybody, you can lose 55 strands in one day. It's going to take 55 months to grow it back. So we got to make sure that we're avoiding all the 9 things that takes our hair away from our head faster than it's supposed to come away from the head. And did y'all just hear me? There is 9 different things that causes hair loss. Not 1 or 3, 9 different things that the research showed throughout my experience in my career that brings our hair out. It's hairstyles that do that, certain products, certain tools, and certain mindsets can bring your hair out. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, say it. I know a product that will change your hair. First use porosity control by Rogue at Amazon if you have dry or color treated hair. Uh-oh. Listen, damn Pisces, you've been misled and brainwashed to think your hair is dry, baby. Your hair is not dry. Even after you die, your hair is never dry. I serviced 2 dead people before, not 1, but 2, and their hair was still soft, and they had been dead for at least 5, 10 days already. So all of this stuff about a product making your hair soft, no, it don't. I mean, because you need a product because your hair is dry. Your hair is not dry, damn Pisces. Your hair is covered and coated. It's what has dried on your hair. So see, to add another product, you kind of messing up. That's backwards practice. It's what needs to come off the hair. And that's what my water beauty solution does. My product is a post treatment to the tap water. I'm smart. So I didn't come with another damn product, another damn moisturizer or cream or lotion. I didn't come with another shampoo either. I came with a post treatment to the tap water because we got a tap water problem. Everyone wonders what eczema comes from. That's another word for soap scum on your skin because your tap water ain't removing all the ingredients in that liquid soap that you're using. Listen, I also have a holistic approach for skin and our nails. My holistic approach for nails, when you use my water, you don't have to use a nipper. Do you know I thought we had to use a nipper to get that white stuff from around the nail bed? Well, guess what? The research shows that that's sweat buildup and it comes off easily with my water beauty solution. So when I go into the nail shop, they get mad at me because I tell them you're not using a cheese grater on my foot. You're not spraying no alcohol all over my skin. And you ain't using no nipper on me. You gonna use my water beauty solution. I tell them I'll get it off for you. All you gotta use is your own fingernail. So see, my holistic approach and my whole brand was appointed and anointed by God. First of all, why y'all think I came with water? God said, Tanya, we got enough of solutions options like damn Pisces done said, go get another product from Amazon. That is not the solution for this day and age. The solution is hydration treating, not moisturization treating. You can put your protein treatments up. That ain't working either. Keratin definitely ain't working. That was never for black hair to begin with. And the relaxers, they gonna cause a struggle too. So the only thing that has worked and all the things that I've tried is this holistic approach. That's why I called it holistic, because we look at the whole. We're gonna do that scalp first. Ain't nobody going straight to the bowl unless you book my water experience. That's my hairstyle service. And I make that very clear in my salon. You either got an option to book a hairstyle service or you can book a hair care session. They're not the same. They're 2 totally different services. And this is what I help other stylists do. Just add another service to your menu. That's all. And watch it get booked more than any other service on your menu. That's what happened to old girl in Park Hill, my Shawnee. She used to be a braider. Struggling when she was braiding too. She wasn't making a bunch of money because braids take all day and a half to get done, right? So she was working a job at the time. She ain't working no job no more. She over $4,000 a month now. Now she's booked because she offers holistic hair care, and it gets booked way more than braids do. Listen, once you give clients an option, oh, they gonna pick that holistic hair care because that's what we all want. Why would we not want somebody to hair care for our hair instead of just styling it, right? Right. Because listen, when you hairstyle, you do not do the scalp or the ends. You ignore both of those. And we know this. But when you hair care, oh, you're going to get in that scalp. Oh, you're going to talk about the ends. You're going to take photos of your client every session like I do. That's how you monitor. You can't just be doing no old lookaloo. And y'all stylists got to stop that, trying to just tell your clients that their hair is growing. How do you know? I just had somebody come start with me, and her stylist was trying to convince her that her hair was growing. I stopped the client. How did you know? Did she ever take a photo of your hair on for more than one session? She said no. Then how in the heck do y'all know that it's really growing, right? Right. She was like, yeah, because to the client, her hair was getting shorter and shorter, but the stylist kept trying to convince her that it was getting longer and longer. I need to take a quick, short, brief intermission break. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Hopefully, y'all went to go get some water during that brief intermission break and hydrate. Got some hair. Ozzy, Ozzy J said, my woman's hair smells bad. Be the man, be a man, and tell her to go wash her hair. That's one of the things that men are not doing anymore. You guys are afraid to redirect your own woman. That's one of the main reasons that a woman used to get a man so that he could make us dress better, make us look better, make us lose weight. You know what I'm saying? Make us get more money. But nowadays, men, it seems like y'all scared to redirect your own damn woman and your kids too. But just tell her to wash her hair and that'll go away. They don't. People have no idea how bad their hair smells awful. That's why I brought it up because I go through the most. I see so much because my third eye is so sharp. And hey, here's another thing. Have y'all ever thought to smell your toothbrush? Your toothbrush be stinking. I never thought. So now I take peroxide and I now after I brush my teeth, I'm gonna let my brush sit in peroxide to get all that stuff because you know these bristles hold on to a lot of the bacteria that we get on our teeth. I didn't know that. Boy, oh boy. So much for us to learn in the world today. All right, I think I'm close to the bottom. Oh, Bridget, you can get the brush. It's not this brush. This is my personal bougie brush. But I do sell a petite brush on my website. My link is in the description. Um, I don't have one. I can go get one if you'd like to, but mine is like smaller than this. So you can put it in your purse and you can travel with it. But it's to be used every single day. Whether you shampoo your hair or not, it should be used every single day. That's going to not only increase your blood flow, but it's also going to lift any dandruff, psoriasis, or seborrheic dermatitis that may be in place. This is like your toothbrush, my people, for you, for your teeth. We still need to go see the dentist, even though we brush our teeth every day, right? And just because we went to go see the dentist yesterday does not mean we're going to stop brushing and be like, well, I saw the dentist yesterday, so I don't need to brush. That's the mindset a lot of clients have with their hair. Like, oh, I just went and saw the stylist, so I don't have to exfoliate my scalp. Yes, you do. That's why a lot of hairstyles are not as good as we think they are, because some styles is going to prevent you from thoroughly caring for your scalp and your hair. Just like grills. There are some people that got into the teeth industry and decided to start selling grills. You still got to brush your teeth, right? You can cover your teeth up all you want, but you still got to brush and floss, right? When you take the grill off. And I know some people be sleeping in their grills. That's disgusting. But that's a mindset, and I had to do the research to understand people. So it's like, dang, women do the same thing when they do the wigs and the weaves and the braids. Covering it up to ignore your hair, which is not the best care. That's not care. That's like putting your kid on timeout and never getting them back out of timeout. Excuse me. I'm about to get off of here so I can go drink me some lemon water. Greetings, word is said. Oh, I ain't using no straightening combs no more, Miss Lorraine. Them things is dirty. They stank. I ain't never gonna touch a pressing comb ever again. I use a pencil to do the edges with, and that's how I train in my train. Molo tight! What's up, Miss Monique? Thanks for getting on with me. Okay, they're not listening either. Or fine is the same thing. So what's this channel about? It's about me and what I do and how I'm here to help y'all. Trying to educate you all, trying to get y'all to understand that we got stuff all wrong and wonder why we struggling. Thank you, Miss Lorraine. I love you too. There's my smooth wheel. It's a diploma for dropouts who couldn't complete the full requirements of a real diploma. It is what it is, which is the truth. I could care less though, and congrats to those on that accomplishment. Get on, Will. It's only us older people that really got the knowledge. Thank you so much, everybody. What's the cutoff age for me? You got to be older than me. I don't even fool with men my own age. I don't feel like you on my level. You know what I'm saying? I've always been had like an old soul. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't hang around females that are my age. Females that are my age are not in my status quo at all. So I don't feel comfortable hanging around them. I feel more confident and comfortable hanging around older people that got more than me. Now, it's a mindset. I know a lot of people strive to be around people that are just like them. That's not me no more. I strive to be around older people. Older people have so much more wisdom, so much more experience, so many more goals, so much more money, so much more of everything. So that's my cutoff, I think would be my age. So you got to be at least 50. All right, I think I'm getting down to the bottom. Get Money Jones says, you are correct. I got in the shower last night. My hair was just as soft and fluffy like a cotton ball. Now you done got out and it done dried. Now it's stiff and dry. It's because of the water, correct. Your air and water. So a lot of individuals are calling me uneducated because I'm doing this exclusive research on our climate and our environment, which includes the tap water. These are areas the beauty school didn't think to go into play. And guess what, y'all? The tap water is different in every city. Right here in my own state, Aurora's tap water is nothing like Denver's tap water. Two totally different levels of water. Didn't know that. So I didn't know that that's why our hair feels crazy after we shampoo it. It's not the shampoo that is failing us, it's the tap water that's failing us because it didn't rinse all the ingredients off of our hair. And for us to assume that if the bubbles are all gone, the shampoo is all gone, that's not true. There's only two ingredients that bubble. All the other 20 ingredients, excuse me, do not bubble. And more so, you can't even see them, but you can feel them. That's how you know something is still on your hair because it feels funny. Your hair is supposed to be soft after it dries if you're doing the right thing and using the right product. So, shout out. It's time to start a hydration treatment. Just try it, y'all. My stuff is tested and approved. I got a whole brand. This product got me earning $10,000 a month, and I only offer two services. So it clearly works. And as soon as you try it, you're going to feel the difference the first time you use it. And it's up to you to go back to moisturization and brittle, funny feeling hair. Or you want to keep it soft after it dries and luxurious and thriving and not shedding and looking good no matter what you do. You got to do a hydration treatment. And I'm the only one in the world that has a hydration treatment. So you got to order from me. Sorry. Or Shani. Shani sells my water too. I got resellers, so she making that extra money too in Park Hill. You feel me? It's a choice. It's a choice to you. All right, you guys, I got to the bottom. Where are your thoughts on steaming your hair? I got my water, so I don't have to waste my money on that machine. And plus, you're not going to put no tap water vapors on me or distilled water. That's disgusting. So that's what made me pivot. I got a lot of knowledge, Victoria. So I do the holistics with everything. I don't just jump into something. So when I looked into the steamers, I'm like, hold up. And we putting distilled water in here? I'm not, that's disgusting, Victoria. I don't want no distilled vapors in my hair. That's nasty. If you ask me, just like rice water. Rice water stinks and it's for Asian hair. I'm not putting that in my hair. I ain't putting no vinegar either in my hair. Vinegar is for coochies and greens. I don't know who started putting it in hair. So that's what I'm talking about, that we're moving too fast. And if you think, Victoria, that you're getting moisture, that doesn't provide you with moisture. Tap water is not moisture. That was confusing for me too. Moisture's outside. That's what God gave us. And it's for free. It's free. So many people trying to say that they can like charge you to like a moisture is a service. That's outside. Moisture is another word for humidity. And moisture, when you Google it, it says it's water. It don't say that it's conditioner. It doesn't say that it's vinegar. It don't say that it's a product from Amazon either. It says that it's water, y'all. And it's outside. It's for free. You can't buy moisture. It's a marketing myth and strategy to get you to believe that you can obtain moisture through a steamer or through a product. You can't. That's nasty. That's tap water vapors. So that's why I had to. Y'all think that I was comfortable with this water? I didn't wake up one day and say, I'm going to go find the water. It's not how this worked. I'm appointed and anointed. God directed me to this water because I kept striving, I kept digging, I kept reading, I kept testing. I never stopped searching for the why to the things that was bothering me. I wasn't even looking for a damn product when I discovered my water. I was on some drinking stuff. I started drinking this product first. It wasn't until I got it tested by the Parker Sanitation Water Facility here in District is when they advised me, I still got chemicals in here. Like, wait, what? So, I almost puked. That's when I learned a lot. I tell everybody when you really, really want to know about my water, I tell the pH of it. My pH sits at a nice 8.2. That is lower than most tap water. Most tap water tests at an 8.4, and I can prove this to anybody. In addition, my water is a soft water. That's what I do. I turn tap water, hard water into soft water. And I do it by a specific process that's legally protected because I did get my provisional patent from the United States Trademark Office. Some of you ain't never even started an application because none of you are real inventors. I'm a real inventor. That's where you go when you invent something, is you go to the United States Trademark Office. I've been there. I got my provisional patent. You feel me? That's when I went and got the attorney. And when we decided to put the legal disclaimer on my label that says this is not for consumption because I'm not working for the FDA. Y'all can go buy that nasty tap water for cheap if you want to. Because she even said, she said, Tanya, if you sell this as a drink, Molo tight. Thank you. Thanks, Molo tight. So when I found out there was chemicals in here, I went and got an attorney. And that's when we just developed my legal disclaimer that says it's not for consumption because there's chemicals in it. I don't drink this water. So I could be like a dope dealer or like these white manufacturers that don't care about y'all and sold it as a water. No, 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 no. I don't sell nothing that's going to cause a struggle. I only sell total solutions. You feel me? So that's when I decided, the attorney was like, Tanya, you ain't gonna make that much money if you sell it as a water. And I was like, why not? And she was like, because water right now is priced at about $1.50 a gallon. I was like, ooh, didn't think of that. She said, baby, a cosmetic starts at like $20, $40 a bottle. She said, and if it's a skincare bottle, just like this one, this joint costs $29 and it ain't even a whole ounce, y'all. It's a spit of an ounce. And we spending $20, $30 on this little bit of a volume with all these chemicals in it, but we scared to spend $40, $50 on something that's safe and effective. You know what I'm saying? That hit hard to me. So I was like, ooh, I'm trying to get that money for real, for real. So, because I built the brand with major purpose. So I said, forget it. I don't want to sell it as a beverage. I'm going to sell it as a cosmetic. And she told me, very, very wise. That's a very wise decision. So, I mean, you can drink it. You can't drink nothing in your bathroom for your hair, skin, and nails. True. My product is safe, baby. And there ain't nothing even on the market that you can drink. That's why mine ain't called natural. That's why I didn't call mine moisture. Because all that stuff, you can't drink it. It's an evolution. You feel me? And it probably ain't going to blow up until I die. But I hope all y'all be like, I remember Miss Tanya. I knew the owner and the creator and the founder of the holistic approach in my water beauty solution, because this ain't gonna blow up until I get out the way. Then my daughter, just like the Madam C.J. Walker story, my daughter, my hair, she's gonna step up. She's gonna run the brand, and that's when it's gonna blow up, and she's gonna become a multi-million-dollar woman automatically. I wrote the book already. What's up, Vaughn? I need you too, baby. You know I do. Smooth Will said, Tanya, you know, people believe you're just putting distilled water in a bottle. I hear people saying you to the. That's what's up. I love the fact that they think I'm putting boiled tap water in my bottle, because that's what distilled water is. And I'm going to kill it once we do my analysis, and I'm going to show you how many ppms you got in the distilled water. Or no, because distilled water sometimes will have low ppms, but that's heavy water. And I tell everybody, put it on your hair. You put some distilled, go to the store and go. You think that the sanitation plant approved distilled water? That's funny. That's funny. I think that is the people that think they know about water. And that's sad, because I have a lot of people of color trying to call me about distilled water, and I can clearly tell you ain't got no water knowledge. Somebody has misled you and brainwashed you into thinking distilled water is clean water. Boiling don't remove nothing, y'all. Sometimes some mindsets are so distracted and dehydrated that they'll believe anything. If you tell somebody gasoline is going to make their hair grow, I believe that there are clients and women and men in the world that would go and buy a gallon of gasoline, and they're going to be in the bathroom pouring it over their heads because somebody said gasoline makes your hair grow. We got to stop that. Stop it. Slow down and make it make sense. You feel me? And even if it was distilled water, so I got half the United States buying it. I ship this out constantly. Every day I got orders going out. I got clients booking like crazy, telling me that they threw their conditioner away. So even if it is distilled water, I don't care if it was peroxide or alcohol. It works. That part. It makes your hair soft and manageable. That part. Reduces your shedding. Ooh, that part. So I don't care if it was distilled water. I don't care, Smooth Will. They still buying it. I can sell paper to a tree and water to a sea. I'll have females buying squares of toilet paper. I'll have females believing my toilet paper is the best toilet paper for the kooky jar. Smooth Will, I thought you know I got game. I'll have anybody buying anything because I know how to promote. I know how to talk. You feel me? I'm a real leader. I'm appointed and anointed. I be trying to tell people. So it don't matter if people think I'm bottling distilled water. I don't care. Those are the main ones that either ain't got no hair or falling out like crazy. Because those of us using what they think is distilled water, baby, we living our best life. We got the healthiest hair ever. You know what I'm saying? So that don't hurt my feelings now, because I'm getting bread. Now, had that been in the beginning when it was hardly selling, oh, Smooth Will, my feelings would have been all hurt. But now I don't care. And I hope they think it's distilled water, because that just means they're that much further away from really figuring out which water I got in my bottles. That's why I like giving the confusion about my drinking water. There's a lot of people here in Denver that thinks that my drinking water is the water in this bottle. These are two totally different waters. I tell everybody it ain't my fault you ain't got no water knowledge, because my water knowledge is strong. Strong. I can't even talk to most people of color about water. I gotta go full with the white folks because they're the only real ones that's got the real education about chemistry and water. I couldn't find a person of color with chemistry knowledge. I had to go sit down with Aaron Sumner. He's a white boy. Facts. If I'd have kept listening to black people, I promise you I'd still be struggling. I'd still be using conditioner. I'd still be using heat protectant. I'd still be putting fake hair into my clients' hair. I would be doing so much wrong. I'd still be using bleach. I'd still be doing so much crazy, reckless things to my clients. So I'm grateful to God that I'm strong enough to believe in myself and believe in my own beliefs. And when I know something's right, I'm coming with it. So thank y'all. Thank you, Molo Type. Molo Type, we need to talk, baby. I miss you. I miss you, miss you, miss you. Miss you, miss you, miss you, miss you, miss you. That is so grateful. I mean, I am so grateful, Molo, that you sent that. I don't even know what to do. I seen it, but I don't know how to, like, accept it or anything. Hold on, let me go back to it. Thank you, Molo Type. Oh, my haters section got standing room only now, y'all. I got so many haters here in Denver. It's ridiculous. And that's so sad because I think I used to be one of them too before I transitioned. But I got a gang of haters. They mad that because they're like, why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think to test some damn waters? Why didn't I go learn chemistry? And I'm looking at them like, I don't know. Why didn't you? Shoot. Because I sure did it. It's definitely changed my life. Definitely leveled me up. Shoot. I'm in high demand. There's people moving out of my building left and right because they're struggling. But I'm booked back to back every day. That's because I'm doing holistic hair care. I ain't doing no beauty school hairstyling no more. Ooh, Lord. Hi, Angelica. I just came in. I don't know what you're telling me about, but I can tell you know what you're talking about. Well, thank you. Great eye. Smooth Will. Okay, talk your talk, Tanya from Denver, Colorado, the Mile High Woman. Thank you, Vaughn. Wait, I just hearted it, and I liked it. Molo Type and Vaughn. And who else sent me something on here? Whoever sent me something, I need y'all to text me. Okay? Vaughn, you already got my number. I'm going to send y'all some free product. Surely am. I'm going to send you some samples. I'll send you more than one, so you're going to get at least 4 ounces free. And I'm going to cover the shipping for you, too, because y'all do not live here in Denver, Colorado with me, but I appreciate you. And I ain't never had a brand owner give me anything for free. So I'm going to be the change in that arena that I can't find. So make sure y'all text me. If you don't have my number, just Google Tanya Does Hair. I'm like Tupac. I'm on the map. I ain't hard to find. And that's another thing I've noticed. There's a lot of businesses ain't got no Google listing. What is wrong with everyone? Do you know that's free too? Like real professional businesses have a Google listing. Or no? Am I tripping? Maybe I'm tripping. They be saying, Miss Tanya, you be doing too much. Miss Tanya, you doing too much. All right, I'm about to get off of here. Thank y'all for joining me on this Sunday. I hope you all reach out to me, Vaughn. Text me. Molo Type, you have my number. Text me. I need y'all shipping addresses. And I'm going to send y'all some holistic love. How's that? Oh, yeah, I was talking about my haters. Yeah, I got a gang of haters. Whew. Thank God I ain't sensitive, or I'd have folded years ago fooling with Denver. I mean, I know so many salon owners here, and they know me too. And I would have been, if they would have done some research and would have found my water first, and I heard that my clients is leaving me and booking with them, oh, I'm definitely, that's how I ended up putting relax. Excuse me. Y'all supposed to spit that stuff out. You're not supposed to swallow it back down. You're only supposed to swallow certain stuff, but it ain't supposed to be your mucus. But I realized that that's why I did relaxers and braves, because I seen other people getting money, so I said, I'm going to do it too. There's a lot of individuals in Denver that are refusing refusing to, I mean, you don't have to use it. You can keep having brittle, crunchy hair or having to braid it up because your hair is so unmanageable, but at least be smart enough to add something new, something safe, something that's effective, and something that's in high demand. But someone told me, Tanya, you thinking too big for Denver. That's so uncomfortable. I'm like, all these small minds, I think I need to get up out of Denver. Huh. Because the haters is like thick here. They telling, look, this is how they talking about me behind my back. They be saying stuff like this to my clients, mind you. Really? You know you need conditioner, right? And my clients is like, well, she don't use it on my hair. My hair feel way better than it felt when I was booking with you, when you was doing the protein and the moisturization approach. And then they'd be like, you know you need conditioner, right? You feel how dry it is here. You don't need conditioner. We didn't use it back in the 80s when I first started doing hair. So why do we need it now, you know? So I hear. And then I hear that, oh, she out there bottling tap water. That's what's up. You can think what you want to think because I'm strong-minded. My third eye is strong now, so I don't care what people think. I know what I got. I know how much money I'm making off of water. And please believe me, I'm killing it in the industry because I got people realizing you don't need all that. My clients will call me after session 1 proud of the fact that they're throwing all their oils and conditioner away because we all know we got a gang of bottles of all that crap. And the fact that we got a gang of bottles exposes the fact that none of it's working. That part, we got to stop moving so fast. So my clients, they get to throwing stuff away because they start realizing, wow, I just need shampoo in my water. Any smart woman anyway is definitely going to make the transition because your hair will be able to move like this. Your hair never moved even with a relaxer. Your hair was stiff all the time. Never had no movement, no play like this. I know because I wore a relaxer for 16 years. And I gave relaxers here in Denver for 16 years. Honey, and the hair never moved. Never moved. It could have been a tornado outside. Hair was stuck on stiff. I promise you. So I don't care, even if it is distilled water. It's got our hair feeling better than ever. And I tell everyone, go on and run to the store. Go to King Soopers or Walmart and go get you some distilled water and pour it on your hair. And you come back and you tell me what happened. And I'm going to tell you, now you see, I ain't got no distilled water in my bottle. And then we have fun in my trainings too. We might twerk. Oh, look at my hair. Look at my hair. It's getting down my back. It's getting down my back. Ooh. Vaughn, you see how long my hair done got? Ooh, baby. You know them girls down in Texas, they tried to say that my approach was making their hair fall out. It ain't making mine fall out. So we clearly ain't the same. We clearly ain't the same because my stuff is so beautiful, so manageable. I'm never going back to conditioner. I'm never, ever gonna put oil in my hair again. Shoo, I'm on this holistic hair care, baby. My hair is fuller and healthier than it's ever been. Oh, man. So, look, I'll tell y'all can keep braiding and weaving if you want to. You know what I'm saying? I got clients coming out the woodwork admitting, I don't want to braid no more, Miss Tanya. I don't want to put this wig on no more, Miss Tanya. I don't want to keep paying for these extensions no more, Miss Tanya. I don't want another protein treatment, Miss Tanya. I don't want a keratin. Them things stink too. Somebody was doing a keratin treatment in the building yesterday, and I started to go tell her that stuff was coming through the vents. The little machine that they be using does not work. That stuff smells like rotten eggs. My God. That's almost worse than flipping carbon monoxide. And it's formaldehyde, y'all. Some people don't even understand what that is stinking like that, and it's formaldehyde. That's embalming fluid, y'all. That's the stuff they put in a dead body to eat up the remains inside the human cavity. Why would you volunteer and think that's all right for your hair? Moving too fast. Like, dang, you willing to do anything just to make your hair straight? Well, my water will do it for you. You don't have to access no darn embalming fluid, offering embalming fluid for a service. That's not what's up. But you know, Miss Tanya's here to bring forth a brand new revolution. And actually, it's an evolution for black hair care. This ain't for the white people. Excuse me, should have said that. For wavy hair, because I do have white people in my chair. My grandmother had wavy hair. Ooh, Vaughn. Oh, I got you, baby. I'm about to go. Oh, guess what, Vaughn? I might send you this flat iron, the pencil. I'm gonna send you one, baby, because I love you. And I know your mindset. We are so much alike. And remember, I need y'all to reach out to me. You got to come with the skins and do the footwork. Reach out to me on my cell phone. I'll definitely send you some free products. I have your green and white bottles, which is shampoo. Okay, K, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some pimping in it. Wait, so, just so that y'all know, my cleansing bundle, I'm so smart that I didn't feel like white labeling the shampoo. So what I did is I decided to come with what's called a convenience rebottling is what I do. So this is what I sell. These are my 2-ounce bottles that I give my clients when they start their first session with me when I find out that they wash their hair themselves at home. So the first shampoo, some of you are wondering, what is this stuff? It's the Neutralizing Shampoo by Silk Elements. The reason I suggest this shampoo, first and foremost, be careful because there's two. Make sure it's green. There's a white colored shampoo that is not the Neutralizing by Silk Elements. So be careful when you shopping for this shampoo. That's why I decided to bottle it, because I got sick of my clients making the mistake of buying the wrong shampoo. But the first one, this is your deep cleanser. I only was trained to use a neutralizer with a relaxer. I was trained wrong. That black woman clearly did not know all that she should have known when it came to a neutralizing shampoo, because these should be used not just with a relaxer, but if you're doing a hair color, do you know how many stylists is making a mistake by using a moisture shampoo after color? That's improper practice. You're supposed to be using a neutral, you just got to use a neutralizer to get that chemical. That's ammonia that you got to strip off the hair. You feel me? So you may say, well, neutralizer strip my hair. That's what we're supposed to do. Don't you strip your face? And you do that every day. I'm like, what are we doing? We're moving too fast. You want to save your head sweat and your sebum? That stuff stinks once it comes out the body. So the neutralizer is like your deep cleanser. You want to use it first. And what I love about this shampoo, it gives you a signal when you know your hair is thoroughly clean. It's gonna squeak, y'all. Now, before I became educated, I would have thought that I tore somebody's squeaked on me. But now I know that that is actually proper process. The hair should squeak once you get done shampooing it. But the problem with the neutralizers, you don't want this to be the only shampoo on your hair, because I did the research and the test, y'all. If you only use this neutralizer, and y'all try it, okay? That got my cleansing bundle, try it. Your hair gonna feel stiff and brittle, so this ain't what's up by itself. So I'm so holistic. I then realized the directions say you're supposed to follow up with a moisturizing agent, okay? That's not, or I should say, conditioner is not the only moisturizing agent on the market. I did the research. So I'm all about reading the ingredient lists. And I looked at all the moisture shampoos in the adult section, and they got a lot of chemicals in them. So my dad, shout out to dad, because he's such an amazing man. He was like, well, because it was bothering me. I'd be on the phone like, Dad, these lists is long. There's like 32 chemicals in shampoos nowadays. He was like, I told you, Tanya, that it changes over time. So I was really bothered in Targets when I was doing my research on shampoo. So Dad was like, go look at the baby shampoos. I was like, I would have never thought to go look at the baby shampoos. But shrimp. I don't got no more. I use baby shampoo, baby bar soap, and I bottle for convenience the baby moisture shampoo. So this is what you're supposed to cover and rebalance the pH of your hair with. You see, I'm so smart. I know that when we use the neutralizing shampoo, we've made our hair extremely acidic. You've stripped it from everything, which leaves the hair automatically feeling brittle. So now in my approach, I teach and guide us along the importance of using just a pearl amount size of the baby shampoo. That's what I have bottled in the white bottle. So many people think this is conditioner because it's white. It's like, no, this bubbles. And conditioner ain't, well, you can't see it. Conditioner isn't creamy like this. In addition, you get a 2-ounce bottle, or you get my water with the cleansing bundle as well. Kay, did you notice that I also sent you a free 2-ounce bottle, this size bottle of my water beauty solution? I want you using the applicator bottle as your application bottle. If you try to just free pour out of the my water bottle, you don't know how much 2 ounces is. You're gonna over pour and you're gonna use your my water excessively and run out way faster than you should. 2 ounces of my water or less is all you need. I did that research too. I've done so much research, it's almost ridiculous. But use your applicator bottle, okay? Because if you got my cleansing bundle, you got an 8-ounce bottle of my water beauty solution. That's at least 4 shampoos worth of product. So many people think, what? That's water. I'm gonna have to use the whole bottle. No, only if you don't use my applicator bottle that I send. I'm not spending the money on that bottle and those labels that I do on the 2 ounces because I ain't got nothing else to do with my money. I am leading you properly to hope that you use that applicator bottle when you use my water. You pour water into it and then pour, just so that you know you're measuring the proper amount, okay? Thank you, Kay, for your order. You're gonna love how my holistic cleansing bundle makes your hair feel. It's gonna feel way better than your approach or the traditional approach of just using a moisture shampoo followed by conditioner. My approach is going to have your hair feeling so much softer. And then you don't need no oil afterwards. You don't need no heat protectant. You don't need no serum. You don't need no detangler. All them bottles is just taking our money and it's not really helping because it's all unnecessary. So I'm about to get off of here, y'all smooth wheels. So I have a low ball cut. After I wash my scalp, should I leave it alone and put nothing on the scalp? Absolutely. And I tell everybody, if your head or your scalp or your skin turns white, ashy means you've still got chemicals on you. You're not thoroughly clean. And if that's the case, that means you ain't post-treating with my water. Because when you post-treat with my water, you don't end up white and ashy. That's only if you rocking with your tap water only. I prove this to my clients all day in the shop. They come in ashy all the time. And then I have to show ladies the fact that the area that I didn't get my water on is still white. They got the soap scum still on their skin. All I do is take my water, just a little bit, and rub. And it completely removes that soap scum residue from the skin. And then you don't need no oil afterwards because the reason you're using, oh, Vaughn just hit me. Vaughn, I got you. Oh, I'm getting off of here. You know that when you access soap and tap water, your skin feels tight. It ain't just white. It feels tight too. And that's why you're adding oil because it feel or cream because it feel funny. And then you're having to add oil because you got chemicals from your tap water still on your skin. That's a sign right there that you're not thoroughly clean. Well, you need my water. It's the only thing that gets it off. I think I'm the only one in the world that has a post treatment to your tap water. Oh, and God said, don't listen to the masses, Tanya. God said they didn't believe Jesus. So they ain't gonna believe you, Tanya. And God asked me, are you ready for it? I was like, yeah, yeah. I'm ready. I'm ready to tell women they doing it wrong. I'm ready to tell women and men that you don't need conditioner. I'm ready to tell men and women that it's your tap water causing you to struggle. I'm ready because I've done the research and I've made it to my plateau. You feel me? I've retired from being a stylist. There's so many individuals still struggling at being a stylist. I have leveled up. So I'm very proud of myself and of all of you also for following the holistic approach. What's in that water? Itself. I didn't add nothing to it. I'm that smart and I care that much that I didn't take tap water like all the other cosmeceutical companies did and added a whole bunch of chemicals to the already chemically infused water. Hold up. The water itself is already jacked up and got a gang of chemicals in it. Because look, so many people think the only chemical in tap water is chlorine. You clearly ain't did the research. There's three other carcinogen at that chemicals in your tap water. There's so many people running up a pole trying to just test for chlorine. I be looking at people like, what are you really doing? That's what's called a misleading analysis because that's not the only liquid chemical that's in the tap water. There's also fluorine, y'all. At least bleach ain't a poison. Fluorine is in a whole totally different category than bleach. That's the poison. That's the part that's going to kill y'all. And probably is the part that's got us all ashy and tight feeling. It's the tap water. That miracle water stuff made my hair fall out. What miracle water stuff? Because you ain't talking about my water. Because mine ain't called miracle water. That's a misleading marketing lie that somebody calls their water. That's not what I call mine. I don't have to lie to sell my product. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's hydration. It's a holistic approach. You feel me? It's a universal product, which is killing it because none of you have anything in your shelves that you can use on your face and your hair. Maybe your oils is the only thing that you could use on your skin and your hair. Modal type, darn it. Thank you! Thank you, thank you, thank you. 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 Thanks, modal type. Model type, did you text me? Because I want to bless you on this beautiful Sunday morning. Also, I want to tell y'all something. I want to talk about some money. YouTube is tight. Do y'all know how much more money Facebook pays, Meta pays than Google? Google is tight. I'm getting big numbers on this here YouTube. I don't know if y'all noticed, but my shorts be getting at least 1,000 views, if not 50 and 60,000. My lives be cracking. I can't find hardly anybody who get the numbers I get on their lives. You feel me? And I've only made $68 in the last month. I'd have made over $600 on Facebook. Like they about to send me a 1099. Like it's cracking on Meta. So I tell everybody, ooh, I don't think you should put all your time and energy into YouTube like I thought. You might want to go and get yourself monetized with Meta and start posting your content on Facebook. Y'all should follow me. If y'all on Facebook, go over to Facebook and search Tanya Does Hair LLC. You'll see my yin yang logo is my profile pic. Follow me. I'm up to over 7 million views on Facebook right now. Oh, they loving my Marcel content. Loving it. And Meta is paying big money for it. I'm showing my family like, look, y'all, I thought this was some bullshit. This is some real shit. I'm making good money just by posting my content. And I ain't even editing nothing. YouTube make you do all kind of editing. You got to spend all this time for what? For $60? I'm good. I just posted 3 videos this morning on Facebook. Ain't posted nothing on YouTube. Shoot. See, so I'm different. I pays attention to the whole. Like, wait a minute, y'all. We got this game all jacked up. So anyway, I'm going to get off of here because I love you all. And I need to get on with my day. I also hope that you all think, I just want you to think about starting your holistic approach at home by ordering a bottle of my Water Beauty Solution or my Amazing Cleansing Bundle, which comes with the 2 shampoos and a bottle of my water. It's all in my link in the description. Along with all of my other amazing services, you then can look at my booking menu to see that I don't book hair color, haircuts, nor chemical treatments. You can't book a relaxer with me. You can't book no protein treatment with me. You also will be able to see I offer mentorship services as well as training. As well, you can do a 30-minute consultation with me so that I can make sure you're not going to waste my time and you're not going to waste your money. So I care that much, yeah, that we're going to talk about it first because everybody ain't for me. You don't know how many applications I decline to be a reseller. I don't want just anybody selling my product. You got to be of my status quo. You got to be on my level. You got to be professional. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody distorting my reputation. So I've realized I've had to reel things back in, and it's like I don't even want nobody really selling my product but me. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I don't care if the product don't sell because I'm getting money. It's got me paid from behind the chair. And I didn't know this. I would have never built the brand if I'd have did this research in the beginning, which proves that women would much rather book the service than buy the product and do it themselves. That messed me up in the beginning because in the beginning, I wanted to know why is my product not selling? But these women is paying me 140 in the shop to get the service. So we did the research. We did a survey monkey. I sent it to all the individuals that only had booked the My Water experience with me, but had never bought a bottle. And I had to ask the uncomfortable question, why do you pay 140 for the service versus just $50 to get the bottle and do it yourself at home? Women are lazy, number one. I didn't know that. I'm not lazy. I do, that ain't me. So I didn't think that way. And then all kind of clients was like, Tanya, there's so much more to my hair than just using the product. And I was like, what you mean? They was like, I don't wash my hair that well. I don't blow dry my hair that well. Some one girl said that her blowout makes her cry. I was like, are you serious? You're at home crying behind a blowout? She was like, yeah. Then they're like, you flat iron my hair so much better. They're like, I can't see the back. So my back be all poofy and jacked up, which is why they end up wearing a ponytail. So I was like, wait a minute. I didn't realize that women was really struggling like that. You know what I'm saying? Monique, you hear me? Molo type. Wait, Molo type? I thought this was Miss Monique from Florida. That is very true. That is very true. Anointed. These are anointed hands. They've been working since I started doing hair in 87, 88. That's when I first got into high school. That was my freshman year. It was 80, 89. I graduated in 93. So um, I'm grateful that there are a lot of individuals out here in the world that do like my product, that do. Oh, let me get back to the Survey Monkey. So the Survey Monkey revealed that women see a higher value of booking the service with me, much more over buying the product and having to do it themselves. So this is why I say things like, I don't care if another bottle don't ever sell, because it's got me bawling from behind the chair, and I didn't expect that. I thought everybody was gonna just jump on water. I didn't know everybody would be so damn scared of some water, and y'all jump knee deep into a bucket of relaxer. Y'all jump knee deep into a bottle of conditioner, and they got 40 chemicals added to water. So it blew my mind when women was like, what? Water? Like, you scared of some water? So I don't care if another bottle sells. I really don't. Because I'm killing it from behind the chair. You know what I'm saying? I don't even display my product no more. My one of my resellers came to get her hair done, and I had to point that out to her. I said, do you realize I don't have my product displayed anymore? And it sells like crazy still. Women asking, where's my water? Like, I got it. It's in the cabinet. That just goes to show the effectiveness of my product, and that it's more so for those of us from behind the chair. It's definitely going to level you up. Look, my daughter, she has a saying where she says, I don't sell my water. I sell the experience. Ooh, because she know how much money she was making and how much she earns per client. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. So I don't care if another bottle don't ever sell. God gave this, I believe, really for me, and it's working. Oh, it's working. It's working. So thanks everyone for coming on here with me. Ladies, logic says to feed your hair, best hair food is olive oil and unsalted butter. Hey, anybody out there, anybody post me that's going to put some olive oil mixed with unsalted butter in your hair? I wouldn't. That don't make sense to me. I'm not putting no butter in my hair. That's going to be so difficult to get out. Who told you to put butter in your hair? You see how far we are willing to go? That clearly shows how unmanageable our hair is. And we willing to go put some butter. That's a new one for me. Look, I had a client, she came in and told me she put some onion juice in her hair. I smelt it first. I pressed her for the why. Because it was like, what is that smell? And she was like, I did an onion juice treatment. Onion juice treatment. That just goes to show how hard the struggle is at home, that we're willing to do anything. So if you're willing to go get some butter and some onion juice and rice water and vinegar, you definitely ready to try my water. Just try it. You've tried everything else. And if it don't do nothing for you, it ain't going to do nothing to hurt you because it's just water. And careful, because everyone that uses my product, they notice the difference. Shout out to Miss Cornelius. She just reordered again. She's a black woman that thought conditioners was everything. She just gave me my flowers the other day. She was like, this water really works. I told her, I told you. I was shook at in the beginning too. Shoot, I couldn't believe it either. But I know when it works, I ain't scared to rock with it, even though it ain't popular and everybody else ain't using it. I don't care what nobody say. This water got my hair healthier than any conditioner, any protein, any keratin, and any relaxer has ever made my hair because I've tried all that stuff. All right. So deuces, y'all. Remember, the link is in the description. And shout out to X that don't even have a name, for her profile. Just so you know, we ain't from Africa. So I can't do what people do in Africa because our climate ain't the same. Y'all can put clay and all that mess in your hair. We can't do that here, baby. Not in Denver. We put some clay and mud and all that stuff with butter in our hair are gonna be brittle and jacked up. And once you choose to visit Denver, all of y'all that live in humidity, you will see, oh, your hair and skin is different once you get here to Denver. This is why I'm blowing up. Because look, my clients ain't Denver people. They're used to brittle hair. Denver people used to seeing a whole bunch of hair coming out their heads. Denver is used to being a grown woman and having to go get braids. You feel me? We're not used to high end nothing. Denver is not a high end market, like LA is and like New York is. You feel me? I'm thinking about moving to one of them markets and settle in and start doing the holistic approach around some people with some big money, some big bread. Because black people here in Denver, they ain't got big bread. They got jobs and they're not trying to do anything more. I said it because I used to be her. I used to work a job here in Denver, thought that's all I needed, struggling up a yin yang, only getting money 2 days out the month. That's crazy to me. But I'm not here to knock anybody that has a job. I'm just saying I leveled up. And now that I get money every day, I would never go back to dealing with a paycheck every 2 weeks. So, shout out to everybody. Visit Ethiopian ladies in Denver. They all use butter. Yes, they do. And they realize that their hair is brittle and crunchy and it don't feel good. It ain't feeling like it did over in Ethiopia. It's a different effect here, baby. I promise you. I promise you. I just had an Ethiopian book with me. And she said the same thing. Her hair is unmanageable. And she using the Chiba Hut, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Our air here, Miss Lady, is different. You got to have climate knowledge to understand me and to understand my approach. I don't live in humidity. We were in the land of hair loss here. Our stuff don't grow fast. It's even taken me months to get to here. And it's slow, baby. It's slow, slow. So I'm getting off of here. I love you all. Thank you, Mobile Type. Thank you, Bond. Thanks to the other individual that sent me the situations on here. I really appreciate you. I'm gonna get off of here and I'm going to respond to those that text me, get your shipping address, and I'm gonna send you some free product. Okay? It'll be my water. And thank you. I really appreciate you all. I appreciate y'all getting on here, staying on here with me, listening to me. I know I'm different, but I think y'all like it, huh? I like it too. I like y'all. So again, thanks for joining. Happy Sunday. I'm out of here, and catch me back here live. I try to go live from the shop here and there because I see y'all really like watching me do hair. So I'm gonna try to start doing that more often. I just bought me an iPhone holder, so I got my production stuff set up now. So I'm gonna start going live a lot more from my private suite. But catch me here next Sunday. Okay, I don't have a time because I'm holistic, so I ain't setting a time. Um, but just look, if you subscribe and you hit the notification bell as well, you're going to get a notification delivered to your notifications when I do go live so that you never miss me. Okay? Again, I love you all, especially Molo Type Vaughn and the other individual. I hope you all have a great Sunday. Until next Sunday, y'all keep it sexy and keep it holistic.